Yeah, so the four players that weren't in the squad against Leicester, Lotte, Cara, Liv, and Frida, they're all available for tomorrow, so that's positive.
Yeah, how big a boost is that to have all four of them back?
Yeah, it's good. It's good, and across the season, we're gonna need every single individual, and of course against Chelsea as well. Can we have as much strength as possible from the start, but then also players that can come in for us and finish the game.
You go into the game off the back of 3 wins in all competitions. Do you feel your teams turn the corner now and are into their stride?
It's constant work. It's always under construction what you're doing. You hear coaches always say we're building and we're building. You know, everyone is building. We are building as well. And of course we're happy with the 3 wins, the two before the break, and then the way we've started the block against Leicester away. So of course that's a boost. I think it's good to see players playing towards their strengths more and showing great form. And I think as a team, we've come together really well at the start of the block. Block one was very intense. It was very demanding. It was all the way from pre-season, and then so we spent several months together, and and the competition is high. So there was a lot of things, but I think. The way we've come back after the break has been so positive, and you see that there's good energy in the squad, in the building, around everything. So they're putting in an enormous amount of work on the pitch, off the pitch. We ask a lot from them in all aspects, and they're delivering. And I think that's why I'm so happy with the good, convincing performance against Leicester, because I think the work that they've been doing was rewarded on the pitch.
The victory against Chelsea will take you 2 points behind them. I'm guessing defeat you're not going to bear thinking about, but is this a big opportunity to maybe get back into the title race here?
Yeah, of course, and it's still early in the season, and like we said at the start of the season, every game is important, and you see how it's more and more competitive to play against every single opponent in the WSL. But of course, this is a great opportunity that we have ahead of us tomorrow. We look forward to it. This is why the players work so hard, what they live for, to play these kinds of games that where there's so much at stake, but also a beautiful moment in a fantastic stadium, playing for a beautiful club, and having so many fans in the stadium tomorrow. So it's going to be a beautiful moment, and we're gonna, of course, we are football players, and we are here to perform, and we go for the wins always, and that's no different tomorrow. It's the same every game, but it's going to be a beautiful occasion tomorrow.
You mentioned the fans, you mentioned the stadium. How big a role do you think they can play in this game?
Yeah, it's definitely a factor. I think if you try to add up all the things that can give you energy and positivity, and those small margins to get a performance on, then for us the fans are a part of it, and we are so grateful for the fans and how we can live moments together. I just, you feel it, and when you step out in the stadium, I even mean Leicester away, that away section was filled, and you could feel the energy, and they were bringing so many positive vibes to us on the pitch, and that's what we want to bring back. So it's that synergy that is so special. I think that we're all wanting the same thing. We're all going for the same thing. At the start of the game, there's the unknown, and everyone is positive, and then we're going to take each other through every single moment on the pitch, and that's really special. I think what we have together with the fans.
Well, when you look at this league, do you see it as maybe one of the most open and competitive leagues that you've experienced, if not the most?
Yeah, I think so. So far. Also, if you look around in Europe and the other top leagues and top teams, I think if you look at the WSL, the competition is enormous, and it's so good. It's so good for the football. We will only benefit in the moment because it's attractive for the fans, but also in the future, the more competitive games we can play, the more the game will develop. So it's very positive at the moment, I think.
Renee, I'm sure you've seen all the headlines that have been generated regarding the Mary Earps book and the comments that she made and the fallout from it. What was your reaction to it? Did it disappoint you?
I don't read much news, but of course it's come to me. I'm very proud of the environment that we have at the club, and we have transparency, and we have honesty in our environment. So, and I think that's been great. Where we, if there's things or challenges in the team, then we solve them internally, and I'm very proud of the way we act with each other. But I think there's been a lot of talking about the issue. I'm not directly involved, so I'm not going to add more to it.
Just fine. Just generally on that though, just what happens in camp, in the training ground? Should it just stay there, as far as you're concerned?
I think so. I think so. It should be a safe space, because it's a high pressure, high demanding environment, and there's high performance asked from every individual, both staff and players, every single day. And I think in that environment we have to feel safe with each other, and we have to you have to protect what you have. At the same time, you want to build a culture and an environment when there is of course nothing to hide, because it's positive, it's open, it's transparent, it's constructive. So but now I'm happy with the culture we're building here, and that's all I see, and like I said, that's also work on the construction.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tim. Renee, you spoke about the players who were missing last weekend, but Kim seemed to go off with a knock. Is she available?
Yeah, so that's probably she won't. So we've had our last session, and the game comes tomorrow at 12 o'clock. So I expect her not to be available tomorrow.
And can I ask, Freddie asked this last week about the number of own goals, and when you watch them all, it's like watching the same goal 7 or 8 times. So there's some kind of method, and you had Irene Paredes's own goal in the Champions League final, which is disallowed, which is identical to a lot of the own goals we've seen. A lot of low deliveries. We've seen Arsenal score set pieces from low deliveries, and I wonder how much that emphasis on quite low deliveries into the area, is that connected to losing perhaps some aerial threats from the squad over the last couple of years, or is it not?
There's different things to it. I think you always have really good analysis. So, but there's different things to it. And of course, when I was a little secret about it, I think everyone understands and watches football. If you attack fast and that pass comes early in between back line and goalkeeper, those are the situations that can happen. We want to play towards our strengths. So and also looking at the opposition strength. So of course, when there's players in the box defending that have a lot of length and have high aerial success, then we look to cross differently, and the other way around. So, but I think every team will do that. You'll always look at where are your strengths and where are the weaknesses in the opposition, and then you have a game model with principles that you always want to follow. So it's a mixture of those things.
And you swapped both fullbacks on Sunday as well. I think there's been a lot of focus on having 4 high-class wingers and swapping them around, but particularly I was really grabbed by Emily Fox's performance when she comes on, because Taylor Hines plays really well at right back, but then Emily Fox comes on, does something very, very different, does it very, very well. And just, I guess, the usefulness to you, not just of swapping your front 4 and your wide attackers, but being able to make those changes at fullback in game.
I think I don't think we've only been using different players in the wide positions. I think you see it all over the pitch, and if you look at the contributions that players have had, and that's in games, but also in our training environment, that the whole squad is involved in what we do, and then we always look at how ready is a player to perform, where do they come from, what qualities do we need, what's the qualities of the opposition, and so forth, and then we try to make good decisions, and we are in a luxury position where we have an enormous squad with so much quality, and that's why we can make our decisions, and that's our starting point with the importance of partnerships on the pitch as well.
And just a final one from me about Beth Mead. Perhaps over the last season or two, she's had to get used to being rotated a little bit for club and for country. But I think the last couple of performances been very, very strong. Like, her end product pretty much never dips, but I wondered the impact maybe of the international break, where England had a lot of injuries. She pretty much had to play both those games. She plays them both on the right. She plays on the right against Leicester, and maybe some of that familiarity and some of that regularity coming back into her game.
Yeah, so it's I think in high competitive environments where I would categorize England and Arsenal, you have to perform, and when chances come, you have to take them. And I think Beth is a really good example that she was ready when the opportunity was there, and she plays with conviction at the moment. She plays with high belief and an urgency in everything she does. So she's in a really good place. So it's of course always good to see when players, when they get opportunities, and there's an expectation of delivery that they live up to it. And I think Beth's a really good example of it. It shows a lot of mental strength. Thanks.
Rose?
So Chelsea have a way of winning, despite maybe not always playing the best football. What do you think makes them such, well, you could almost say serial winners? And do you take any inspiration from that?
Of course, you find inspiration in other teams, in other sports, or other parts of life. Always, huge respect for, because it's not easy. It's easier getting to the top, or it's easier to win one trophy, but to do that consistently over time, that's really hard. That's really hard because you will change personnel, times change, so you have to grow with the change. You can never stand still. So, of course, a lot of respect, and they have found their ways. They find their ways, and like I said, very respectful about that. And we have to look at ourselves and where our strengths are, and of course we achieved something great last year, and we want more, and the club is really invested, and so I think I'm very proud to be here, to be part of this club, and but yeah, I also understand the high demands on trophies, but we're very determined to find ways to keep on building and to build something that can create consistency in winning as well.
And how would you describe the team's mood and confidence going into this high-stake game?
Yeah, good. We love playing the big games. I think we've shown that last season, and I can feel this in the group at the moment. And so I think from a preparation perspective and where the group's at, we're good. And it's like I said, we've asked a lot from the players group, and they're in a good place. And then the moment comes tomorrow at 12 o'clock, and we'll have to be ready from the get go. So that it has to be delivered at that moment. But if you ask me now, beforehand, I think the group is in a good place and has invested a lot, and they walk around in the building with belief and energy. So that's really positive.
Sorry, thanks, that's all from me, and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Freddie?
In terms of sort of club football, the rivalry, the importance, do you think this is the biggest game in women's football in terms of a club fixture?
Yeah, you put me on the spot now. I have to go through all the leagues quickly in Europe and see if there's any other fixture that is can compete with this one. Maybe not. This could be one of the big ones in Europe in women's football. Yeah.
When you look back on sort of the recent meetings, I mean, they're all high stakes between these two teams, you'd imagine, but what are the usual trends and the factors that sort of decide this fixture?
It's small margins often. We know that Chelsea likes to come out in a certain way, and we know that momentum will shift, and we know where our strengths are. I think we have a really good idea of where our strengths are and what we can bring to the game. Not the least the energy that we can bring in the Emirates with all these people involved, because tomorrow it's not going to be. See, we need certain quality, so yeah, we're in a luxury position where we can choose different qualities, and of course I'm not going to give away anything about what that looks like tomorrow, but we were really happy with them against Leicester and their roles they played for us.
And going back to the fact that obviously this is such a big game, is it maybe a bit of a frustration that this is scheduled as a 12 o'clock kickoff on a Saturday, where there's sort of a twofold issue? On the one hand, I imagine not ideal in terms of preparation, but also in terms of maybe growing the game, that this match could be sort of platformed slightly better in terms of reaching a wider audience. And I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on that.
Well, the direct audience is reached, because I think we're at the moment at 57,000 tickets sold. So I think that's amazing. So from that perspective, all good. What I do not have is insight into broadcasting figures, and so I don't know what it looks like from that perspective. But it's amazing that we sell so many tickets for the game tomorrow.
And from a preparation point of view, is it a frustration when the game's slightly earlier because of sort of timings in terms of like when players have to eat, etc., get up, or is that something you're used to at this point?
Yeah, we've had a couple of 12 o'clock kickoffs now, and you just have to be flexible. It's the whole range of 12 o'clock is the earliest, but then you have the 8 o'clock kickoffs in Champions League. So it's the whole range and everything in between, and the players need to be flexible, and they are. So we will be ready at 12 o'clock tomorrow.
Hi, Renee. The game against Chelsea last year at the Emirates was a momentous one in terms of being a catalyst for a change in leadership. How do you reflect on the last 13 months? And what would the Renee of today give advice to the Renee of 13 months ago?
Oh, good question. You guys always see me as very calm and composed. On match day, I am. But there's on a daily basis, there's a lot of things that need to be managed and dealt with, both longer term things that we strategies or and it could be anything. There's also things in the moment that can come up that you have to deal with, and that's probably where I see myself, where I've grown a lot. Don't make hasty decisions in the moment, or don't get too emotional about things in the moment. You have to be so calm, because anything can happen in this environment. There's every single day there's something that comes up that I haven't planned for, and I might have thought, okay, now I'm going to watch 1 hour of video on Chelsea. I've learned is be calm about the daily things, and you can have a plan in the morning, but I think in my role that plan is very rarely executed, and that's part of the role as well. We work in for a very big club, very big staff, a lot of players. You work with people, and that's I probably, when I started the job, when I started the role, I didn't understand that there was going to be so much time going towards those things rather than the football, and that's I don't mind it, because it's a beautiful thing as well. So I like working with that. So, but that's probably the biggest learning, where my time and energy goes, and how I stay calm in anything that can happen on a day.
And you're still enjoying it?
I do, yeah. Thanks.
Any more in the room? All done. Yeah, we'll leave it there, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Guy, I guess if we could just maybe